Hi everyone, David Aragona here with Mike Beer, taking a look at the DRF Friday race of the day. It is the Grade 1 Acorn, race 11 on the Friday card of this Belmont Stakes Racing Festival. And speaking of Belmont Stakes Week, you want to check out our packages for Belmont Stakes at DRF.com. We have packages where you can buy all access PPs for all 5 days, and you can save 52% of the value of everything bundled in these packages, not just the PPs. You also get the clock reports for all 5 days of this festival if you buy the 5-day package, as well as betting strategies for Belmont Stakes Saturday. So make sure to check that out at shop.drf.com. And also for this Acorn, you can get free PPs at drf.com if you create a free account for every single race of the day. Mike, the big favorite in this Acorn is going to be the Kentucky Oaks winner, Good Cheer, who maintained her unbeaten record 7 for 7 after her decisive Kentucky Oaks win, and doesn't feel like too many fillies want to come back to face her in this Acorn.
Yeah, surprised a couple of new faces in here, but they really didn't get that much to step in against her here. And it's not that surprising, I guess, David. I mean, she's just been really good. 7 for 7 now. She hasn't earned the, I guess that flashy breakthrough figure that maybe everybody wants her to run, but she hasn't had an anxious moment yet in any of these races, and she just dominated the Kentucky Oaks last time.
Let's take a look at the Timeform US pace projector for this Acorn. And Mike, it does feel like there's a fair amount of speed in this race. I mean, we know La Cara's game plan, the number 3. Yeah. She sort of has to go to the front to have her best chance to win. The number 6, Look Forward, has shown some speed in sprint races. She is stretching out in distance. So it feels like this one could be slightly contentious towards the front end.
Yeah, I mean, certainly you're going to get speed from La Cara. It just kind of feels like that's her only way to be effective on the racetrack. So I'm expecting her to show a lot of speed once again in here. Obviously going pretty fast on the lead, and the Oaks didn't work out for her. We'll see how much slower she can back it down in this race. You also have the 4 in this race, sort of the new shooter in here, Gnar. I mean, this horse is pretty fast. I don't feel like she's a need the lead kind of horse, David, but she's fast.
I'll be really interested to see how they ride Gnar, because her 2 blowout victories have come with the early lead. Yeah. She might not be quick enough to get it here. Let's go through this field from the rail out, beginning with the number 1 Scottish Lassie, and still waiting to see if she can get back to that Grade 1 winning Frisette performance from last year. She broke her maiden that day after showing some talent in her debut race, albeit a loss at Saratoga. Mike, I can forgive the Breeders' Cup Juvenile fillies where she was trying 2 turns for the first time, just got really tired chasing a fast pace that day. She came back for a belated 3-year-old debut last time. Felt like maybe she had a setback over the winter. She missed some training time, and she might have just needed this race off the layoff.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably the charitable view of that race. I don't think you need to be too hard on her for that. It felt like maybe everything didn't go perfect for her after the Breeders' Cup. She got wound up contesting the pace last time, got a little tired. If it's just a race that she needed, she could easily spring forward here. I'm still not sure exactly how good she is, but I can see her running better on Friday.
Yeah, it seemed like they were gearing her up to make a start in February. She was getting some consistent works into her, and then she had a gap in the works, and then really inconsistent works coming into that return last time. So maybe that race did her a lot of good. Like you, I'm not sure about her ability, and also not sure how far she really wants to go. The number 2 is Good Cheer, that Kentucky Oaks winner. I pegged her at 1-2 on the morning line. She is going to be an awfully short price in this race, Mike, and I get it. I mean, like a lot of handicappers, I tried to beat her in the Kentucky Oaks. I thought she might be vulnerable, given that her speed figures didn't give her that much of an edge over that field, but she just knows how to win races, and she can do it any kind of way. She's got such a versatile running style, and there's some pace in this race that's only going to help her deliver her top effort.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like, you're right. Any pace just helps her maybe more than anybody else, but she's not the kind of horse who it feels like can be compromised by dynamics. I mean, to me, the best thing about her Kentucky Oaks last time was just that was a serious pace. She didn't get outrun by it. She got herself out into the clear in there. She made her move when she was ready to go, and she was just easily better than those horses. Again, she hasn't run that fast race yet, David, but they don't even get close to this filly. She's really, really good.
No, she's not historically fast compared to leaders of this division in past years, but she doesn't have to be against this group of horses, so that really makes her formidable, and she feels like one of the few in here that actually wants to go the 9 furlong distance. The number 3, La Cara, well, stamina is a major concern for her, because it kind of feels like her best efforts sort of top out at a mile. We even saw that when she won the Grade 1 Ashland 2-back, where she had that race wrapped up with an 1/8 mile to go, and you could kind of see her getting a little tired at the end of that race. They rode her very aggressively. They quarter horsed her out of the gate in the Kentucky Oaks to make sure she got to the front end. She did, but ultimately paid the price late as that pace kind of fell apart, Mike. She's got to go the 9 furlongs again here.
Yeah, I just don't think it's an ideal distance for her. And it's not like, I mean, we'll see, I guess. You never know how the paces are going to play out in these races. Sometimes guys don't get as aggressive as you think they're going to get. But even if she's able to back it down a little bit, I'm still really concerned about 9 furlongs for her. You know, all in all, the Oaks wasn't terrible because they made her go so fast on the lead in there, but she got so tired. And you were mentioning the Ashland. Yeah, it's the best race she's ever run probably, and she did, you know, it's not like she walked on the lead that day, but that's the short stretch at Keeneland too, and it didn't seem like she was going to make it much further.
The interesting new face challenging Good Cheer in this Acorn is the number 4, Shred the Gnar, and she's done very little wrong through her first 3 starts. She just barely lost on debut, going 6 furlongs, probably a tad too short for her. She really improved with a stretch out to a mile, 2 back, and last time out at Churchill Downs, actually on the same day that Good Cheer won the Kentucky Oaks, she just dominated a first level allowance race, winning like a filly that had graded stakes potential. They're going to step her right up into Grade 1 company here, Mike, but aside from Good Cheer, I feel like they're catching a field that she actually fits against.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it's not going to be easy for her to beat the divisional leader now, Good Cheer, but everybody else, I don't see why they would be afraid to run against these horses. Again, you know, if she's denied the lead in this race, who knows how she reacts to it. But just from watching her, especially the 2 wins when they stretched her out, she doesn't seem like she's like this all-out speed horse. She's just really handy. She was way better than the maiden and allowance fields that she was running against. Just absolutely toyed with that field last time around 2 turns, David, and romped through the stretch.
I'll be really interested to see if she's as effective without the lead, because I don't think she's getting it here.
She's not.
But she is a horse that has arguably the most potential of anybody coming into this race. The number 5 is Bless the Broken, who completed the trifecta behind Good Cheer in the Kentucky Oaks, closing for 3rd that day. And that was a race that was kind of falling apart at the end. So I don't want to give her too much credit for just sort of picking up pieces late. She also, Mike, is a horse that's run 2 of her best Beyer speed figures on wet tracks. And I think that's something you want to keep in the back of your mind, because there is some rain predicted late in the day on Friday. So we'll see what the condition of the track is by the time they run this Grade 1 Acorn. And Mike, you know, if some of the horses can't get the distance here, at least she's going to be clunking along at the end.
At least want to keep her in consideration for the underneath spots once again. And here, Johnny, he just did everything right in the Kentucky Oaks last time. He put this filly right behind Good Cheer. He followed her around the track. He tried to gun her down. She wasn't good enough to do it, but she got a piece of it.
The number 6, Look Forward, will be trying to stretch back out in distance after winning the Grade 2 8 Bells, also on Kentucky Oaks Day. And she was good that day. She contested an honest pace, kept going all the way through the wire, but we know that she's a pretty good one-turn horse, Mike. I think the big question with Look Forward is not ability, it's does she really want to go 9 furlongs? And her prior 2-turn races would give you a lot of doubt about that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, to me, the thing to like about her in the 8 Bells last time was that they were turning her back to sprint. I just feel like that's a way better distance for her. I like her as a horse. I think she's pretty good. Don't believe she wants to go this far.
And then rounding out the field is the number 7, Quickick. She's another one that's going to be looking to pick up pieces at the end. But, Mike, she got the pace to close into in the Kentucky Oaks and just could never really launch a serious rally. She kind of feels like a horse that hasn't really gone on since the summer of her 2-year-old season. Yeah,
you would have liked to have seen her break through maybe with a faster race so far after 3 starts as a 3-year-old. I would just say, as far as I could tell in the Kentucky Oaks, she was the only closer in that race who had a little bit of trouble in there and could never really get going. I mean, around that final turn there, she got behind horses and sort of shuffled out. I don't think it was going to make that much of a difference, but if you're looking for an excuse, maybe that's it.
I saw that too. I just wanted to see her do something when she got into the clear, and she never picked up any ground. Well, Mike, I think you're actually taking a shot against this undefeated star in the Acorn.
Listen, if she's going to get beat, maybe she's going to get beat by a horse who's the up-and-comer here, and Shred the Gnar to me just feels like she's got a lot of ability. If you're a figure guy, you already know she's fast enough to beat this horse, so I'll take a shot.
I'm not going to be trying to beat Good Cheer again here. I mean, she really impressed me with the way that she was able to beat those fillies in the Kentucky Oaks, despite the fact that she didn't really have that edge on paper. She just seems like the kind of horse that knows how to win races, and I don't think she's facing a crop of fillies that can give her a serious challenge right now. So Good Cheer for me, the number 4, Shred the Gnar for Mike in the Grade 1 Acorn, the DRF Friday race of the day. Good luck if you're playing the races later this week.